What's up everyone, this is ShoryuGame welcoming you to a new KOF 15 trailer analysis. The second season is presented in more details this time, showing already 4 out of 6 characters that it will include. We already knew about Shingo and Kim, but now we also know that Sylvie and Najd will join 15 as well. I'm personally very happy that Najd is finally here. She was one of the best characters in 14. But first, let's focus on the main star of the trailer, Shingo. Introduced in KOF 97, he was conceptualized as a flameless Kyo clone. Although he is a silly and goofy fighter, he is far from being a joke character. His main strength is his raw, unrefined power. He mimics Kyo's moves to varying degrees of success, but it works. I'm glad to see that the essence of his character is preserved in the trailer. He's still silly, he doesn't cast flames, mostly. His original voice actor is back, and those critical hits are more present than ever. No one can complain. For those who want to know more about Shingo's story, I made 2 videos in the past that you can check, links in the description. In his new design, Shingo sports his workout outfit. He also had a similar one in previous games before he takes it off. One cool detail I noticed in his jacket, on the back it says Yabuki and 405. I don't speak Japanese, but thanks to Google, I believe these numbers can be somewhat read as Shingo. Of course, Kyo's fingerless gloves are always part of his outfit since 97. It's noteworthy that his original costume, the school uniform, is also available. His main theme, Still Green, is back with a new remix. As I mentioned, his OG VA is the same, who by the way is the same voice actor as Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The trailer begins with an interaction between Shingo and Kyo. Kyo doesn't see him as a real opponent and still considers him as a personal errand boy. That was initially Kyo's condition when Shingo wanted to train under him. The moves showcase starts with his Dokugame Mikansei or quarter circle forward C, Aragami Mikansei or quarter circle forward A. His DP is next with a nice critical. After that, he uses a combo starting with a close C, forward B that were blocked by Yashiro, but Shingo gets him with a light version of Kototsuki Mikansei, which acts as an overhead. The next move is new in Shingo's move list, is the exact one Kyo has in one of his Rekka's follow-ups. Next is Shingo's Kinsei Orishiki Nyotoge, a move that acts as a command grab and could be followed with other attacks in the past. I'm not sure if it's the case in 15 as well. After that, he executes his famous Shingo kick, with a critical of course. Most of the moves shown in this trailer cause criticals by the way. The following technique is the light version of Oboro Kurama Mikansei. Then it's the turn of an EX version of an air Shingo kick. I believe Shingo could do that in 11 as well, but I could be wrong. Next, it's the heavy version of Oboro Kurama Mikansei. It doesn't look as cool as Kyo's, but it has an extra 4th hit when Shingo loses his balance and falls on the opponent. And finally, it's another Dokugame Mikansei. But this time, the move has a 2nd hit where Shingo casts a little bit of flames. Not enough to burn Yashiro, but it's still a big deal. It looks like this variation will come out randomly. I like Shingo's reaction after seeing it. His hard work is finally paying off. Next sequence is an interaction between Shingo and Ash. Shingo has the same reaction as Shizuru. He feels like he met Ash but can't remember where. Ash replies that this is no way to greet who saved him before. It's a reference to Shingo's team ending in 11, where Ash indeed saved both Shingo and Kyo from a wild Yori. The moves showcase continues against Aomaru with an EX Dokugame Mikansei that causes a wall bounce, then follows it with the heavy version of Kototsuki Mikansei. Shingo starts a combo with close C, forward B, EX Kototsuki Mikansei, causing a ground bounce and ending the combo with a light Oboro Kurama Mikansei. Next sequence begins with a close C, forward B, EX that. I don't know what Shingo will call it. A light Oboro Kurama Mikansei and the DP. This combo can only be done in a corner it seems. The first super is level 1 Shiki Oroshinage, but minus the flames. He got me for a moment there, I admit. I was like, is he really gonna create fire? But no, he just goes for a punch. Next desperation move is the level 2 of his classic Kinsei Ore Mushike. And finally, the last combo starts with a close C, forward B, Dokugame Mikansei, level 2 Flameless Shiki Oroshinage, into his climax super. Shingo hammers his enemy with punches. He sends him in the air before he follows him with a final blow with his head. Taking into account the sound effect, I'm sure Shingo hurt himself as well. And that concludes the moves analysis. The trailer continues with the presentation of the next DLC characters. I like Kim's final design, it looks pretty cool. I think this is the first redesign he ever had, alternate costumes not included. The next character is Sylvie Pola, who made her debut in 14. I personally didn't hate her as much as other players, but never played her either, so I'm kinda indifferent to her inclusion. She also has a redesign even though she still looks pretty wacky. The next character is the best surprise of the trailer for me. Najd was a top tier choice in 14 and a fan favorite, so I'm really glad she joins 15 as well. The only thing that I find unfortunate about it, and that she is again a single entry character, meaning she's unlikely to have a story or an ending, and that's really upsetting. I hope I'm wrong and she does have some kind of involvement with the story. There are 2 more characters who are shown only as silhouettes. I'd like to make a couple of guesses about their identities. If we have 2 classic characters, plus 2 other characters from the Shunei saga joining 15, then there is a big chance that the last 2 may originate from the Tales of Ash saga, especially that this chapter is not represented enough in 15. Therefore, this male-looking silhouette has to be Dulan. It really looks like him, don't you think? As for the female-looking silhouette, I admit I'm not so sure, but if I have to make a guess, I'd go for Meilin. She's also from the Tales of Ash, she was presented as a Choi archetype, and there is no Choi in 15, so she has a place in the roster. And finally, those short sleeves seem to match her original design. What do you think? That's it for now. What did you think of Shingo's gameplay? Are you going to try him next week when he'll be released? Anyway, I hope that was somewhat informative. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.